Hello everybody, welcome to another Zero stream. We are finally gonna get back into some art streaming. This is the first stream of the new year. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Let me get the chat up so I can see. Tailzimp is here in the chat, and Loris is here as well. Good to see you guys. I hope the new year has been treating you well. So I've been trying to figure out what to do today for our first stream of the year. My first thought was I could just jump right back into Pokemon families. It's a not necessarily an easy stream thing to do, but it's what I'm used to, so it'll be a nice return to form. But the next family is the Rosalia family, and I'm not incredibly sure if I'm ready to be drawing plant Pokemon. Let's be real. Rosalia is a bit of a tricky one because you gotta draw roses. Oh gosh. I hope the music isn't too loud for you guys. Let me know if it is. I may actually turn that up and turn my volume down. Roses are just fancy spirals. Yeah, they really are. My other idea is this is, if I'm not mistaken, the year of the cow. And while Chinese New Year hasn't come yet, meaning we're still technically in the year of the rat for a few more weeks, I could draw all the cow Pokemon. That could be a fun thing to do. We have quite a lot. We got like the bulls, like Taurus and Boolu, and we got Miltank, we got Camerupt, so we got a couple of cows. There's not so many that it'll be way too much to do anything with, you know, like the like the rabbits and the mice were just kind of so many of them. Tails, what's wrong? Don't you love cows? Like Miltank? So that was another option. My friend told me that I could draw all sorts of Pokemon just kind of ice skating. Kind of like little critters ice skating, like kind of anthropomorphize them in the little way that my grandma used to doodle these little hedgehogs and mice, and it could be fun. Laura says, isn't Camerupt a camel? Okay, so the interesting thing about Camerupt, right, is it is a camel, but its face looks very cow to me, and it's got these little cow hooves, you know, like it is a camel, but it's also a Pokemon, which means it's just like all sorts of things mixed together, and I see cow when I look at Camerupt. And let's be real, I'm not gonna be doing a camel compilation. There just aren't enough camel Pokemon. But cows, if we can get it, if you like tilt your head and squint, it kind of looks like a cow. So I think adding it to the cow compilation could be fun. We also have the Tapu Boolu, I think it's called, from Alola, which is, where is it? A cow? Look at this guy. Look at that cow. So yeah, we could do that. The thing is, I'm just not really sure what I would do with it, because I haven't really thought too hard about what to do with the cows. So maybe a week where I like think about it first. Or I could just jump in and draw them. Could also be a fun thing to save for when the Chinese New Year is closer. Let me think. What else could I do? So, yeah, those were the options that I was thinking of. Of the three, I'm kind of leaning towards cows, if I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. But if I were to do the Pokemon ice skating, which is the idea that my friend gave me, which could be really cute, I could just take suggestions from the chat. So if that's something you guys are interested in, to throw some Pokemon at me and I can like draw them all ice skating on a lake, you know, just kind of around. That could be fun. It is a little past the Christmas season, which is when I like to think of wintry scenes like that. I know it's technically still winter, but you know, you pass the December mark and suddenly it's like it's not winter, it's New Year's. Like for some, like my brain gives me a different, you know, sort of thing with that. Pair cows with mice. Are you saying like all of them ice skating? Like you just got the cows like out here with the little mice. You know what? Let's go through and see just how many cow Pokemon there are. Noodle Doodle is here. Says, "Hey Zero, working on my comic right now. How are you?" I'm doing fine, Noodle Doodle. It's good to see you. And good job working on your comic. And to be fair, in my defense, Tails, I literally didn't even think of it until you, you brought it up. I was just thinking, like, you're the cow. The cow Pokemons. Now, for the cows, I might have few enough that I can include their pre-evolved forms. Let me just grab that. Numel, unfortunately, does feel a lot more camel, a lot more llama, a lot more that kind of thing than cow to me, so I might not include it just even if I do the pre-evolves, but we'll see. I think of the first generation, I think Tauros is the only cow I can think of. None of the others are like a cow adjacent. There's sometimes there's a Pokemon that surprises me and comes up and it's like cow adjacent or like adjacent to the Pokemon to the animal I'm trying to compile. I had fun with the cats and the dogs one, because there were so many. But here's Tauros at least. Let's grab Tauros. Noodle says, no one has seen it yet, but some friends camera ups a cow, huh? It's more of a camel. Yeah, I was talking earlier, Loris pointed out that it's more of a camel, but you know what? I think it's cow enough. It's not like straight up a cow, but I think it's cow enough. Whatever that means. If Pokemon can point at Bidoof and say that's a plump mouse, then I think I can point at Camerupt and say that's somewhat of a bovine. You know, I probably wouldn't do it for this drawing because it's one of my compilation drawings. But it would be fun to do like a sort of farm scene where it's just a bunch of farm animals, like not just cow, but you get like the sheep and the chickens and stuff. Here comes Tails' favorite. I really like Miltank. It's funny how much Tails doesn't like it because I think it's a great Pokemon. It's got a bovid spirit. Noodle Doodle says Bidoofs and Beavers. The Grubhub ad is bad. Spitz milkshake, no. No, nada. No cow devil. Evil cow devil, what? What are you talking about? And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna include camera up. I think I already grabbed a pic of that. Let's see if there's any more. That means Gen 1, 2, and 3, they all have cows in it. Let's see if we can continue this trend. Just off the top of my head, I can't think of any cows going forward. In Gen 4. The closest is a Hippowdon, which is like a sea cow with the hippopotamus. I guess sea cows are a different thing. That's more like a manatee. The hippos are seahorses, but seahorses is an actual thing. Anyway, like something hippos and horses that I heard somewhere. I don't know. Interestingly enough, if I were to do deer or horses even, like Arceus might make it on that list. You got pigs with a Tepig. That could be a fun one for the farm compilation. Zebstrika, that's not a cow. See, I draw the line. I don't take everything that's slightly hooved. There's just something about Camera specifically. So I've been playing a lot more Pokemon lately, and it's been really great getting to catch Pokemons. Oh yeah, Bouffalant. I always forget about Bouffalant. Oops. A lot of Pokemon that I never thought I would find in the wild are just popping up all over the place. It's pretty funny. Okay, guys. What is the consensus on Terrakion? What how do you say it? Terrakion. I guess these things are supposed to be deer. They made this one so, like, incredibly bull-shaped. Noodle Doodle says Bouffalant is a yak? That's not a yak. It's literally in its name. It's a buffalo. You know, home on the range. Zebstrike is a donkey? Okay, you're just pulling my leg now. Tautos is a joke to you, isn't it? Mudstail's a horse? What are you talking about? Did you know there are some deer-like species that are actually bovine? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, no, I had no idea. I guess I don't really know what constitutes a cow. I don't actually know what makes something a cow. Like, is a water buffalo a cow? Is a buffalo even a cow? If you consider bovids instead of bovines, you can also include sheep, goats, and etc. It's all bovid. Really? I had no idea. What even is a bovid then? Because, like, I guess it would be, like, genus familia. So yeah, I don't know how far I want to drill. I'm gonna keep sheep out of it, though, because there is the, there are the year of the sheep and all that, so I can do that for its own year. I guess that would mean we haven't gotten ourselves a fire starter that's a cow. Something I'll keep in mind going forward. I know technically it's not like a confirmed thing that the fire starters try to stick with a Chinese zodiac type of thing, but I like anticipating them in that way, and so far they've been a match. Laura says, I researched all that for my current creature creation project based on the zodiac. Oh, cool. Is that a new thing that you just started this year? Noodle Doodle says, zebras are not donkeys. Like donkeys, zebras belong to the Equus genus of scientific animal classification. They have a lot in common, but don't be mistaken, zebras and donkeys are not the same animal. Okay. Finnegan is a darn fox, not a dog. What? Look, adjacent. A fox is a canid, therefore it works. It's like Litten is a cat, not a tiger, but like it's similar. Were there any cows? Oh yeah, the Tapu Bolo. I already got that one. Not gonna do Ultra Beasts. Skip that. And I don't remember any cows in Galar. And I've been spending quite a little time in Galar, so... Sheep compilation, would I include Indeedee? Indeedee has those, like, kind of ram horns going on, so maybe? Okay, well, let's take a look at what we have so far. Not a whole ton, which is good. It's good to work with here. And hardly any of them have evolution lines. In fact, 2 of them are like legendaries. And 3 of them are single stage. Inaudible fakery noise. Tapu fini fini fini. What? Is that what the tapus sound like? Okay, guys. Let's draw the OG cow, shall we? Taurus doesn't have ears. It's just horns. Okay. ungulates are not the easiest creatures to draw. When it comes to legs. Let's see. Noodle says, I make the horn's ears. You're basic, no offense. I think you're giving up on the OG design, having to add ears. I'm just kidding. Gen 2. I don't actually draw Miltank all that often. Never really had much of a reason to. I remember when Miltank was like running around and I was and we were all thinking like, oh man, Miltank, someone should like make a pre-evolution and like males can evolve into Tauros and females evolve into Miltank and it'll be great. And then Bouffalant came out and I was like, nah, this right here, like, this is just straight up a Tauros evolution. What are they doing? They did that with a lot of the Gen 5s, I feel like. I think Alola was also Gen 5, right? And we were all like, wow, that's just straight up a Love Disc evolution. What are they doing? I want to say, I could be mistaken, but I want to say in the Galar decks, they put one of those kinds of situations next to each other. It's either like Tauros and Bouffalant, or it's like, what's the other one? Can't think of what the other one would have been. But they like put them next to each other on the decks, so they just look like they're they evolve form. Noodle Doodle, I like how you're saying like Bouffalant is a different thing and stuff when like literally we have a seagull that evolves into a pelican. Like we have a fish that evolves into an octopus. Like I don't know what you want from me. This is just a Pokemon. Gonna die on the camera up the cow hill. Don't be mean to Miltank. Okay. I mean, shoot, like, I don't know if I would die on this hill. Like, I don't even... I don't think I've ever drawn a Camerupt in my life. Let me see. What is this? Is that an M on its forehead for Team Magma? It either has ears or it has weird hair. think I'm gonna say their ears. Just so I can have... give this cow some ears. It's so stocky. I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm kind of tired right now, so I'm like racking my brain trying to think of ideas for the overall picture that wouldn't just involve these cows like standing in a field grazing, because I feel like that would be kind of boring. Oh, the little tail. Let's see, if I think back on my other compilations, the cats were all kind of going crazy on each other, just being silly, and the dogs were like being good boys and begging for treats. The rat compilation, they were all celebrating the new year. I think that was the first one that I did for the new year. And then the rabbits, I couldn't really do anything with because there were so many, so I like just had them stack on each other and sitting in a pile, which was cute enough. Okay. Alright, so that's 3 generations, and then we skipped a generation, and with Gen 5... got a big ol' afro. This guy has even bigger horns than everyone else, so... The horn size wise, Valpulent takes the cake. And these chicken legs. Between Valpulent and Watchog, I wonder if chicken legs should have been a thing that I included as the Gen 5 design element. Like I didn't do a Gen 5 design element because I was doing Autumno, and basically Autumno was from Gen 5, so I didn't have to redesign it. But I could have. To take a Pokemon and then take the design elements that you see a lot of from that generation and then redesign it with like those just bumped up to 11. Oh no, I think I just drew the cutest Bouffalant I've ever seen in my life. Okay, let's... Now, this thing I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I don't even remember what it's called. Terrakion, I think? I have to say, I don't tend to remember that the Three Musketeers exist. What is happening with its face? Does it have a face? It's got some kind of boot situation going on. It's like wearing sandals. Hold on a sec. It's like straight up wearing sandals. What? Like, those are Alder's sandals. At least the way I draw them. I don't know if I looked up reference when I drew Alder's footwear, but I might have. What are these things sticking out of its shoulders? They're like popping out? This design is a nightmare. Who designed these musketeers? Like, I don't know if you've looked at the Cobalion or the blue one, whatever it's called, but I hate the way its legs bend. I don't know what it is about its legs. What's JMZ Productions is here. I just realized I didn't save before closing my emulator and coming here. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. What were you playing? I hope you didn't lose too much progress. Javier's here. Hi, Javier. Thanks for coming. Laura says, what if Autono was really Gen 5, though? Yeah, Javier says, we're really sorry for that. That really sucks. With a lot of games these days, they have, like, the autosave, so I've gotten used to just not even having to worry about saving, most times, but, like, I still save. I don't save like I used to, I guess is what I'm saying. In the past, I would, like, spam the save button, and nowadays, I close. Also, the Switch doesn't, like, turn off completely. You just put it to sleep. So, like, I'll like, close the Switch, and then I'll think about it, and then I'll, like, go back, open it up, save, quit the program. I'm like, okay, that feels a little better. That feels like I've stopped playing. Tapu Bolo is definitely my favorite of the Tapus, but I've never gotten a good look at it, and, like, I'm just realizing how creepy its eyes are, which doesn't, like, make it worse for me in any way at all. I'm just pointing it out that I hadn't noticed it before. Am I getting all of the Animal Crossing songs from my playlist? I thought I put this on shuffle, but I think it's, like, literally just been Animal Crossing so far. Oh well. If we end up having to listen to my game playlist in, like, sequential order, I guess there are worse things. Okay. I don't know what the deal with the Tapus is. Oh wait, no, I do. They're, totem poles, I think. I think they're totem poles. That's why they look silly like this. Cause I'm like looking at this tail situation, I'm like, is this a reference to something? Oh, it's got a little mustache on its chest. Oh, you can barely hear it. Okay, let me turn it up for you slightly. Can close their thingy and look like a piece of totem. I wonder what Tapu Boolu looks like when it's closed. Let me look it up. Tapu Boolu. Boo-boo. Boolu, I don't know how to spell it. Oh, that's an interesting fan design. Okay. Okay, it's the bell. It's the bell that hangs from the nose. Gotcha. I really like that design. The way the horns look like upright horns when they're open, and then they look like like side horns of a bull when it's closed, and then the tail becomes the little bell. JMZ says, and I just beat Fantina in Pokemon Platinum, the hardest gym fight so far. Woof. Ah, that sucks so much. I'm so sorry. Especially grinding for levels, yeah. Or like making a good catch. Happy is here. Hi, Happy. You use a nose mixed up, says Noodle. Little do you know, all the songs in the playlist is Animal Crossing, says Happy. No, we've moved on. I recognize some Stardew going on in the background now. Laura says, I don't know if it's here, but I can barely hear the music. Yeah, Tapus can close the thingy. Tapu Boolu looks like a bell and a phone charger at the same time when it's not closed. You mean a bull or a bell? A bull? The bottom thing is a bell, so that's why I'm like... Cool. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 to 6. I'm still... The jury's out on Terrakion. It's very clearly a bull to me. It's very clearly a cow. Especially, like, the way its horns are just, like, really big and on the side like that. It's very water buffalo to me, but I just don't like it. I don't want to draw it. Boolu... Okay, so... Okay, so... I gotta sketch this because I just can't get it out of my head, okay? But, just... The visual of... someone just up on the hilltop, like with a pitchfork, you know, and then down in the pasture you got your cows. Okay, how many cows do we have? We got Tauros, who looks like this. Okay. We got Bowfilet, which looks like the same, basically. Oh, we can't put Bowfilet there. Its horn would be off the page. And then then we got the... see if I can move these guys up. I imagine them like way smaller and further in the distance, you know, but like just so we can see them, I feel like I can cheat a little, make them bigger. Okay. 3 just normal cows, right? And then see, here's where I get a little... oh yeah, wait, I forgot camera up. Okay. Alright. Boys and girl. Shrink it down a little. Shrinky dinky. A little. Just a little shrinky dinky. A little more. Okay. Camera. Okay, so anyway, so I got a little problem now because I got all the normal me cows, and then I got freaking Terrakion, and he's like a legendary, so I feel like I can't put him like in among the rabble. I don't know, man. Like, maybe, okay, let me see. Can I maybe move these guys up here? Okay. And then, shoot, I don't have space. I'm thinking like tracking up here with Tapu Boolu, like them just like sitting, you know? But then, man, okay, let's try this again. A little smaller, so like, here's the big boy. Man, should I have him turned the other way so we could see him? Ah! Raising canes is bad. Don't at me, Zero, or else you're a traitor. Their chicken is drier than gets us screen time in the Nova games. Laura says Tapu Boolu and his farm. Laura says, did you forget camera up because it doesn't fit in with the other cow? It's because he's so big! Camerup's face is very cow, and its body is, but like, it's like, I mean, to be fair, Miltank is obviously a cow, but it doesn't really fit, like, with the others. I remembered it. Shut up! Camrup's a cow, I swear. Yeah, maybe it doesn't fit as much, but no, it does. It totally does. It's totally a cow. It would make my life easier if it wasn't, though. The less you see of Terrakion, the better. Wheeler's here! Wheeler says, bark! Laura says it does keep him. Okay. And then, since Laura says the less you see of tracking, the better, I'm gonna put Tapu Boolu in front of him. Oh no! Oh no, but like Boolu's hat isn't like a normal sombrero. It's not round. It's like actually elongated in this way. Shoot, hold on. Something like this, I think. Something like this. Sombrero! Just put a sombrero on top! Oh my goodness! It's just Tapu Boolu is like got his normal horns, and then on top of it he has like la da dee da da. Lo hice my way. Silly, silly, silly. Oh no, with this angle you wouldn't be able to see Tapu Boolu either, and I kind of want to see him at least. Okay. Oops. Don't leave the camera out of the spotlight. Just put a camera, let's see. And Serial Levaz, a poner, a poner un sombrero a Tapu Boolu. Dios mío. I am so sorry for my terrible Spanish. Razorback223, welcome to the stream. It says, cute. Sorry, Caps, no, it's alright. I just thought you were really excited. Yeah, no, I don't know about this. Let me try again. How about from the other perspective? What if we're down on the ground with the cows? Let's see. So like pasture and then a hill, right? Maybe a tree up here on the hill. And then Terrakion can be sitting here in the shade, all like serene and peaceful. Like, okay, as much as I don't like Terrakion and the other musketeers, they do emanate a sort of energy that's like worthy of respect. Especially Terrakion. I guess the other one's not so much. I'm not sure. But Terrakion, I feel like, is always looking down peacefully on a scene. He just seems like a big boy that's here to, like, make sure you behave, you know? Okay, alright. I don't know if that's where I want to put him, but we'll see. I could put him, like, out here somewhere. Or I can put him down here, like, actually trying to wrangle up the dudes. But we'll keep him there for now. And then... You know, also, guys, can I just say... in most of my compilations so far, at least the big ones, not the owl one and not the seal one, because there was literally like 2 members, but like in my cat one and my dog one, I've had at least 1 member of the compilation where people were like, what, that one doesn't fit. I think for the cats it was Mew. It was either Mew or someone else. I think someone said Mew isn't a cat, it's like a mouse or something, and then someone else is like, it's a fetus. And then I think for the dogs it might have been Slurpuff, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I guess if this comes out right, Camrupt can be the one for this picture. People will be like, what? Why did you include Camrupt? Every comment I'm gonna get is gonna be, Camrupt is a camel. Or Terrakion. Yeah, that's true. People will be like, why is Terrakion here? Mew's a cat fetus. It's like, no, you're right, it is a fetus, but it's also still a cat. Tarantula W is here. Welcome to the stream. Says, well, that also, I guess. Oh, are you Razorback? You switching around? Are you seriously putting a sombrero on top of Boolu? Says up here, yep. When I eat tamarind candy, says Noodle Doodle. But okay, I'm kind of imagining... What about... I'm doing something silly. It's a little long. I always tend to make the cows really long. Because they have that hump that kind of throws me off. how big the Tapus are, actually. I kind of imagine them as really small, to be honest. What if I put him down here, like, chasing... Maybe he's got, like, his pitchfork or something. Which means he wouldn't be up here. Which means I could probably move this guy up a little to have a little more room. Oops. Broccoli tree. I could even make him smaller because no one cares. There's literally no space to put anything else if I have this be the... Okay, let's make it smaller then. Let's take all of this. I'm stupidly happy with this camera I've drawn. It's just a big box, but like I like it. Let me think. I guess I could move these guys up. Okay. Is that... I feel like that's boring that he's just standing there. I should... Can I turn his head around? Would that be possible? Can I have him looking... At least looking at the scene, if not participating? Maybe these guys are too big. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Let me just cut this out instead of erasing it, because I kind of think it's cute. What if she's like, oh my. Javier says, this music makes me sad. Tarantula says, what's this? Wait, this current one or the one previous? Jamesie's like a live stream. There's so much cow you can fit in a canvas. I'm back from grinding and beating Fantina again. Good job, Jamsie. Made sure to save this time. What is this image? I'm trying to fit all the cow Pokemon into one image. I'm trying, but they're so big. There's a cow and a bull and a dog by a tree and the volcano dog and Scrabble. It all makes sense, I swear. Now the dog by the tree is actually Terrakion, which I am dubbing a cow, one of the cows. The scribble is Tapu Boolu. Unless you were talking about the Bouffalant, which I just erased. This one in the center? That's Tapu Boolu. I'm just trying to fit them all at this point, honestly. Like, I have most of them in, but I still can't fit in, still trying to fit in, what's it called? Bouffalant? Okay, okay. I think I'm gonna have to try to, let me try to get these guys lower down. Right? The fact that they're still smaller means they're still kind of in the distance. Let me change the angle that she's looking. And then this way I can put Bouffalant in the background as well. Like, I don't know if it's cheating just having two of them just, like, watching, but... Way too big! Way too big! Scale it down. I'm like wasting a lot of space in this canvas is what I'm like upset about. Okay, let's try to fix this a little. This composition is just all over the place. It's like really bad. So what do we have? What do we have? I think I can... bring the camera up so it's like looking more down at the scene, maybe? That way I can have this guy. Hold on. This will make it easier. I can also just not have Tapu Bulu down here and have like the Bowflint chasing them. Don't actually know where this song is from. Also, if you guys were earlier were wondering, and when I read your message, I think it was like Emotion from Pokemon Black and White was playing. I just don't know if that's what you guys are listening to when I read your comments. You were asking about the... Let's make this the, Bowflint, maybe? Nah, Taurus is fine. Just where can I put Bowflint? Okay, I really like this Tapu Bulu that I drew, but let's just move him away. Okay, and, take that out. Yeah, I just imagine Bouflin is like really big, so like way bigger than Taurus, but maybe I should shrink her down a little. Okay. And Tapu Boolu can be like, "Hi, caramba! What are you guys doing?" Like, no, don't fight. I guess it's a little better, but it's still not great. Like this guy doesn't feel like he's in the distance anymore as much as he did before. Maybe if I bring these two up higher. Maybe if I make her a little bit bigger. Can I make Taurus bigger now? Do I have space for that? Maybe she's too small, too big actually. Like if she was smaller with that. Maybe if she was blocking a little this way, a little higher. I'll bring this guy over, and then scale everything up slightly. Whoa, Bessie! Okay, I think that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Let me just catch up with the chat. Sorry. Sometimes I have to just like sit and actually just focus on the drawing for a sec to make sure that we're actually getting somewhere and not just putzing around. So Laura says if you put Bouflin too close to the camera, it would just be his hair. You should put him in the back with the camera up. There's a cow and a bull, a dog. Okay. What is that one in the center? It was Tapu Boolu, but Tapu Boolu's official art looks whack AF, says Tarantula. Javier says, who's biting who? Tail says, you're valid, Zero. I indicate how you draw and talk at the same time. Apparently I don't, because occasionally I'll just have to, like, stop the presses and actually draw. But okay, let's try and do a second sketch on top of this, because all of this, so far was just to figure out placing and stuff. Let's do a little bit of a more refined sketch on top, so we know if this actually works out. But yeah, cows are great. I'm trying to remember what the zodiac actually is, because I know the first one is rat, and I know the second one is cow, because of the story where the cow, like, helps the rat over. Depending on the version you read, it's either the cow helps the rat, or the rat, like, takes advantage of the cow and, like, tricks it or something. But either way, the cow is supposed to be the fastest one, and then the rat, like, carries over on its back and then, like, jumps off at the last minute, so it becomes the first. After that, I don't really remember the order at all. I think it's dog? I think at one point in the story, like, 3 of the animals, like, help each other out and, like, get across at the same time. So there's no real, like, logicking it. There's no real, like, trying to understand the pattern if you try to remember the story. But in terms of the ones that there are, I know there's a chicken, which, we got Blaziken, and we got Tapu Koko. Do we have any other chickens? Chansey, maybe? And then we have Pig. I can't wait to do the pigs. That one's gonna be fun. I feel like I've already done pigs, honestly. I think I did it, not, like, as a serious illustration. Not like this one, which is a really serious illustration. No, like, I think it was just a sketch that I uploaded to my, scraps on DeviantArt. And it was a silly one. It was, I think I included, like, Diglett, because it has the little nose thing, that kind of made it look like a pig. And then I also included, Mankey, because it's listed as the pig monkey. And I'm like, haha, it's got pig in its name, so I'm gonna include it. Laura says Diglett is obviously a mole. Yeah, it really is. I don't know why I included it, but it's there in the, like, the drawing. So it was clearly not like a serious compilation of the pig Pokemon. It was more like if there was a story where a bunch of Pokemon that are pigs, like, got together, but you got this guy who's, like, not actually a pig, but, like, they let him in anyway. Like, it was kind of like that kind of vibe that I was working off of. Not like these drawings where I'm actually classifying them and, like, trying to be a wee bit accurate with the ones that I choose. Let me see. I've already done rabbits, and I've already done, dogs. I've done cats, which is basically what tigers would be, so I probably won't do tiger ear. Oh, I'm looking forward to ram. I'm looking forward to all the farmyard animals, honestly. Horses. Horses might be interesting because I think there's only like a handful. So the amount has gone up thanks to a Galarian Ponyta. That could be a fun one to do. Monkey. Monkey one could be interesting. We got quite a few monkey Pokemon at this point. And then I'll get to like have this whole discussion about whether or not to include lemurs among the monkeys. Can I just say how much I love that instead of giving Miltank like cow spots, they give her like these lizard scale looking spots. It's just a strange choice. Okay. Speaking of Chinese with the Zodiac and stuff, one project that I've always wanted to do was to do a retelling, and like an illustration of, like, I don't know what you would call it, not a, like, just, yeah, a retelling of the Journey to the West saga, but with Pokemon. On the one hand, it's like, it would be really fun with Pokemon, but on the other hand, if I didn't use Pokemon, it would, like, if I just used animals, I could actually say it's like somewhat, it wouldn't be original, but like when I finish Jet's Black Nuzlocke, and I want to like do an original comic someday, but I feel like the first thing I'm gonna do is like a fairy tale retelling. Just like take a fairy tale and like recast it, retell it, and just to practice my like scripting, essentially, because I'm getting all the practice I want in with Jet's Black Nuzlocke, but when it comes to making an actual original piece, you gotta kind of work out the length, essentially, because you don't want it to be an odd number of pages or too long for publication or whatnot. So like, to sort of test the waters in terms of getting that stuff right, I was thinking of taking just a fairy tale or something. But when it comes to doing the Journey to the West is like really fun. It's one of the stories that I've always loved from my childhood. But when it comes to that, I have little interest in like doing a faithful recreation of it with like actual people and so I just want to cast everyone as Pokemon, which would then give me another Pokemon project to work on, which is not exactly what I was. Maybe if I turned everyone into like small critters, because a lot of the problem with Journey to the West also is a lot of the characters are already like animal shaped. Like you got Pigsy, the demon that like basically looks like a pig. So it would be like I can't just anthropomorphize everyone because then the humans are like animals now, but the animals are still just animals. But if I like change everyone into like a small critter, then at least everyone would be slightly different. Like instead of a monkey and a pig, maybe it could be, I don't know, like a squirrel and a hedgehog or something. Though I feel like without it being monkey, it kind of loses some of its, not charm, but like some of its energy. Like the energy is just different if it's not a monkey, you know? So I don't know. It's also a really complicated and long story, so I might not do it just for the length. Some other fairy tales that, maybe not fairy tale, but like another story that I like it quite a lot is the how do I do a running? There. It is the story of the city mouse and country mouse, which I could just do a straight retelling with like rats and stuff, and then I get to draw a comic with rats, and that would be fun. It's a much simpler tale too. Do you guys have favorite fairy tales? A favorite Aesop fable or whatnot? Speaking of fairy tales, though, I finally watched the third Cinderella movie over the winter break. It's really good, you guys. Like, it is really fun. If you haven't checked out the third Cinderella, A Twist in Time, I knew it was gonna be good because I always hear it lauded amongst the good Disney sequels. People will always say Disney sequels are bad. Oh, except for Lion King 2 and the third Cinderella movie. You always hear those two. Personally, I'd say I quite liked the Pocahontas movie, but that's probably just nostalgia talking. The characters in the Pocahontas sequel are really fun, and they're like way better than any of the characters in the first. Do you guys have a favorite Disney sequel? And is it Lion King 2 and Lion King 1.5? Okay, I guess answer me this. What's your favorite Disney sequel, and which Disney sequel do you think is the, like, quality-wise the best? Of the Disney sequels. We're not gonna judge them based on their originals. Let's see. Laura says, I can tell you. Tiger is the next. Okay. I think Tiger is my mom's year. She's a literal tiger mom. And my sister, I think, is also a tiger. Loris's dog is one of the last. Tarantula says, any of y'all play Brawlhalla? No, I don't actually play. I don't think I've heard of that. Javier says, Chansey, a chicken? Yeah, it lays eggs. Oh, what about whatchamacallit? What's Togekiss? Who here thinks Togekiss is a big fat chicken? Because I totally see chicken when I see Togekiss. Javier says, what about Dragon Pokemon? That one's gonna be fun. Javier! Is that a challenge? Happy says, I mean, what is a Chansey? It kind of makes me think of an axolotl with its like little gills on the side of its head, but I've seen someone translate those gills into like feathers, so I can kind of see a chicken. Laura says Diglett is obviously a mole. What about Spoink? Yeah, I did include Spoink and Tepig, I think, on that drawing. Tail says Rat Rascal is on your side. Zero can see Camerupt as a cow. Rat Rascal says the rest of it doesn't even look like a camel. It's just a cow with a messed up volcano on its back. Yeah, it's got two lumps of rock jutting out of its back. It's just pimples, just really unfortunate pimples, and like the lava is actually just some kind of overflow of fluid that's escaping out of its back. Javier says nobody insults the volcano. That's what makes Camerupt awesome. Tarantula says, hey, Overly Sarcastic Productions has animated a few episodes. Yeah, I've been watching through them. They're really good. I love Overly Sarcastic Productions. Javier says, does Toy Story 2 count? I don't know. I still in my mind draw a line between Disney and Pixar movies, and I don't know how much of that is accurate, especially since they're technically one studio, since Disney acquired them, but apparently the creative teams are different. I feel like there's a notable difference between Disney movies and Pixar movies still, even with like the switch to 3D for Disney. I don't know. Like at this point it's pretty hard to tell, but at least back when Toy Story came out, I think it was still a bit of a Pixar is Disney Part 2, says Tarantula. Noodle says, I'm a pig, I hate it. No, pigs are great. Chansey is a lizard? Togekiss is a big fat swan? Zero, are you challenging me? I do. Alright, Javier, alright. I'm a dragon and I'm challenging you. Oh boy. Well, we'll see what happens. Dragon is gonna be, it's gonna be more akin to the rabbit line, I think, because there's just so many of them. But we'll see if we can come up with something fun to do with them. Cool. I'm glad I'm not alone on the Camerupt. You guys seem on board with Camerupt being a cow. It's straight up
a cow body. Jury's still out on Terrakion, though. I don't know many black and white comics that have the gall to include the Three Musketeers. I think it's either P&P or Myths of Unova. I always get the two mixed up in terms of the details, but one of them I think had them show up. Either show up or just like mentioned. I can't remember. I'm certainly not including them in mine, but Rat Rascal's a Feather Unova locker, so I don't know if you think if you can see cow when you look at this guy, but he's got a cow energy to him, I think. Like, I feel like the blue one has, like, horse vibes, the green one has deer vibes, and then this one has, like, cow vibes. Or rhino. Just, like, some really hefty kind of, hooved creature. Tapu Bulu's horns are just really wonky pencils, and you're not gonna be able to unsee them as such. The power of words wields it. Wills it. So guys, I made an apple pie the other day, and, well, so all the spices in our kitchen are labeled in Chinese, and, the cinnamon is usually kept in one of those, like, Costco containers, the, like, square ones that is, you know, like, pretty big, and, like, you know what it is. But my parents like to reuse those containers. So, I picked up the cinnamon container, and I gave it a whiff, and, it kinda smelled like cinnamon. It was not cinnamon. After I put the pie in the oven, my dad was like, hey, that's Chinese 5-spice. Which I'm told has cinnamon in it. So I was, like, really nervous for a while it was baking, because I'm like, oh no, I messed it up. Surprisingly, the pie didn't come out terrible. The worst part is that it's kind of sour, because I put too much lemon, which has nothing to do with the spice that I used. but like just the whole time I was making it, I kept smelling the spice, and I'm like, this isn't cinnamon. I don't know what this is, what I put in it, but this is not cinnamon, and I'm too scared to ask. That's a fun little scene, right? You guys like that? I think I like that. I think this is cute. This is fun. Okay. Let's, make camera up a little bigger. Okay. Tarantula says, I'm a dog, LOL. Wheeler says, I definitely take pig over rooster. I think my grandma's a rooster. Tarantula says, wait, are we talking Chinese New Year's? Yeah, Chinese New Year. In the Chinese zodiac, I should be a pig, but the New Year is exactly 1 month after my birthday. Then you're not a pig. we thought my sister was a rabbit for a long time, but it turns out she's actually a tiger because the New Year hasn't started yet for the Chinese calendar. Like technically right now, we're still in the year of the rat, I think. It doesn't change over until Lunar New Year happens, which is why I'm getting this done now, so I have it ready to post when it's New Year's. Of course. Happy says, no, don't ruin Boolu for me. Wheeler says the pizza pie story. Okay, guys. Wheeler says it's a pizza pie story because I had some pie and there's this strange aftertaste of pizza. It's like very subtle, but you can catch a whiff of pizza when you eat this apple pie, which I don't mind a whiff of pizza in any time of day, but maybe not when I'm eating a pie that is supposed to taste of apples. I don't know. So yeah, I made a pizza apple pie. Oh no, it says off here. That means you're still in 2020. Wheeler says it's always rat time. Terrakion looks like disgusted Mandy from Billy and Mandy. Oh no, he does. I didn't mean for him to. I wanted him to look like serene and gentle and like in charge. Okay, guys. Let's line this baby. Let's see how fast I can get this image lined. The New Year's just started, and I've already watched a couple of new movies, which is great. My coworker at the place I work, we're friends, and which is great because when it gets boring, we can just kind of chat and hang out. And as it turns out, she's got a Netflix subscription, so we've been watching movies in our downtime. And I've watched, so far we've watched 2 movies. One of them is Klaus. It's that animated movie that you might remember. It was like lauded for having really good animation. I think it might have even won an award for its animation. But it's about a postman who like finds Santa Claus, I guess. It's a pretty good movie. I was expecting it to be kind of like a tech demo almost, like, oh, it's one of those, it's like A Good Dinosaur, where like the team just spent so much effort on the animation, that's why people like it, but the story's not going to be anything. But no, I liked the characters, actually. And then we also watched this movie called Over the Moon. It's about some Chinese legend. It's a kids movie through and through. Like, it's got musical numbers. I don't think the music is great. There are 2 songs that are really fun in the movie. But all in all, it's like the worst kind of Disney knockoff when it comes to the songs. I didn't like the songs, except for those 2. But the story was decent. It's a kids movie that kind of talks about loss and handles it pretty maturely. I think the metaphor gets a little muddled at the end, but it's still a good message, I think, especially for young kids. So that was nice. And I gotta say, when it comes to Chinese culture, like, it's clearly made by if not made by Chinese people, like, definitely they were involved. Like it was almost uncanny. Like, the people, I literally know people that look like them, but they're like cartoons. It's so strange. It's a 3D animated movie. But some of the characters, like, the background characters and even the dad, I'm just like, wow, I literally know people that look like that. Which I haven't had that sort of reaction to an anime movie in a long time. Or ever? I can't really recall the last time I saw really authentic Chinese characters. It's so strange. Almost uncanny. Like, I'm certain it's certainly not something I'm used to. So I don't know if I liked it so much, but I can see how my friend is also Chinese, my coworker friend. So like she seemed very pleased with that aspect of it. So yeah. But those were the 2 that she showed me. I think she hasn't seen Rango yet, so I want her to see Rango. I think that's also on Netflix. So that's one that I'm gonna make her watch. We might be checking out the Surf's Up sequel, cause the first Surf's Up was really good, and we're both like humming at like this sequel does not spark confidence, at least from the cover. Like, I have no idea where they're going with Surf's Up 2. The biggest appeal of Surf's Up was how realistic it was. It was like this documentary crew, the way they handled that framing device that narrative structure, I don't know what to call it, a framing device, was like really spot on. It was like really good. So I'm like wondering if they're gonna continue with that. I don't even know. It looks really furry. It's like really, like they really approved of this. Like it's just strange. We really want to see what's up with it. I didn't realize how much I loved Surf's Up until I watched it again over the break, because we had the DVD, and I mentioned earlier I've been playing a lot more Pokemon and just like catching stuff and getting like the living decks and all that, and I've been watching movies as I do it. I rewatched I rewatched Rango, which was great. I rewatched Mad Max Fury Road, which was great. And of all the movies that I rewatched while playing Pokemon, the only one that made me like just sit there staring at the TV, not actually playing at all, was Surf's Up. And I don't know how much of that was just like I haven't seen Surf's Up in a long time, so it's the one that I remembered the least, so I was just kind of like watching it again, but I just kept putting down the game and like watching the movie. Trash says he's looking down on them, LOL. Yeah, he's just like these kids. He's like the big guard dog, was my idea. I didn't feel like he should be down in among the other cows in the pasture, but I figured I'd include him. He could also be kind of like a Ferdinand, sort of. He's just off on his own. I was gonna rewatch the Lego Movie, but I don't know where it is. Like, I opened the DVD case and it was just gone. Missing. So I'm thinking of getting Disney Plus to watch Soul on before my sister leaves for school. I've heard good things about Soul. It's been a while since I've really felt like really felt good about a Pixar movie. I saw a review the other day of WALL-E, and it just like hit me how amazing Pixar movies used to be. So yeah, I'm hoping I got high hopes for Soul. But I'm pretty sure, so like I don't know how long Disney Plus subscriptions last, but I'm gonna assume it's for like a month or so, so I gotta think of a list of other movies to watch while I have it. My friend really wants me to watch Hamilton while I have it, so I might as well check out what the hype for that is all about. I was going to watch whatchamacallit, the third Cinderella movie on Disney Plus, but then I watched a Lily Orchard video that like threatened my life if I didn't go watch it like that instant, so I took that as a sign that I should watch it that instant. Because it's one of those movies that I've just been meaning to watch for a long time and just constantly putting it off. So it's good to get that off my list finally. I don't really know any other movies. I guess while I have it, I could revisit some old ones. Oh, I should finally watch the live action Lion King. I've heard so much about it. I've actually seen some of the scenes with Pumbaa and Timon, and I actually really like their scenes. The scenes with Pumbaa and Timon in it, I love how Pumbaa looks, can I just say? And I love Timon, in the new style. It's like, okay, I was just reminded today of the Narnia movies and the very good mouse that's in it. If any of you have been reading Kuruku, Blue, Rival Blue just caught a rattata and named it Reepicheep. And I was sitting there thinking, what a cute name. It sounds so British. It must be from some book of some kind. I never grew up with the Narnia books, just saying. But it is named after the mouse character, Reepicheep, from Prince Caspian. I don't know if that's when he, like, first shows up, but I remember him from that one. And yeah, like, I knew it was from a book, but I was thinking, like, it must be any number of the, like, books that I used to read, that had, like, animal characters like that. But, yeah, Narnia, and Reepicheep looks great. The CG on that character, the animation, the design, I love that character in the Narnia movies. Possibly the only reason why I didn't come away from the Narnia sequels, like, completely condemning them. I don't remember if they were good or not. I don't remember them much at all, but I certainly enjoyed myself because there was a very good mouse character on screen most of the time. And I think he's in the sequel too, the one after Prince Caspian. But yeah, Reepicheep and then Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. Those two characters make me so happy. Rocket is actually a good character. I don't remember much about Reepicheep, but a lot of my joy from watching those characters is the animation, how realistic and yet, like, animated they are. You know, they animate like little cartoon characters, but they look like just straight up realistic animals, and they interact with live action humans. It is just my favorite thing in the world. And so, well, I guess I just have this thing for, like, animated, realistic looking animals that talk and are not real. It's weird. I don't know if I'm gonna... I've seen a couple of clips of the lions, and I don't think I like how the lions are. Because in movies like Narnia, or like, and I didn't come up with this. I watched a video and someone said this line, but movies like Narnia and Guardians, I guess, are trying to take the realism and make it animated. But what Lion King's trying to do is it's trying to take the animated and make it realistic. Their goal is just in the wrong place, which is why some of the acting might seem stiff. Like, they have the technology, they have the capability to make these animals look realistic and also act
and they've chosen to not let them act because it wouldn't be realistic, is what I've been told. So I am a little worried about that, but I guess I might as well see it. If I get Disney Plus, if I have it, I might as well see it. I am not going to see the live action Mulan, though. I am not interested in that sort of self-flagellation. No, Tails. Not furries. Like, just straight up, like Aslan is just a lion and he talks like that. Like, Rocket Raccoon is kind of scrawny, but raccoons can stand up and Happy's like, wasn't there a Fursona conversation at one point? You guys, stop pointing out the flaws in my logic. Nothing changed besides graphics, says Tarantula. The Lion King remake is literally the same as the original. Except, like, it's not. Like, I've seen clips, and it's just... like, I don't know how to say it. Like, if it was literally shot for shot the same, I don't know if I would have an issue with it, but I've heard it's longer. Like, they've added stuff. They've changed things. Like, I saw a breakdown of the Circle of Life, and, like, you know how in the original you have the baby giraffe, like, stepping into the light out from the shadow, as the song says, blinking steps into the sun. But apparently in the remake, it's, like, just a giraffe, like, walking. It changes stuff that it didn't have to. Like, it could have just been a shot-for-shot remake, and yet it decided to make things worse. I don't know. I'm hoping it's close enough to the original that I'm not too bothered. I would have preferred if they did something new with it, but since it is, as people say, a shot-for-shot remake, that's what I'm going in expecting. And we'll see. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to get Disney Plus for this movie now. I'm just kind of debating it, you know? Like, just I'm still working through it. If I can find enough movies that and time to watch these movies, then I'll yeah, I'll definitely try it out. Gotta give Disney a bit of cash now and then, I guess. She's actually catching up with the comments, LO. I'm sorry! Tarantula is so surprised. It's like, OMG, she's actually reading the comments. I do it sometimes. Oh no, is there a bot? I must purge the bot. I have come with my ban hammer. Out of here. Dabs for the bot. You've awakened someone. Woo, bot. Also, happy there are always conventions for the weirdest things. Hold on. Wasn't there a Fursona convention at some point? There are always furry conventions. Furries are are actually not a bad crowd, and they should, you know, it makes sense that they would come together. Tarantula says Aurora Borealis piece? Conversation! Oh, okay. I misread. Wheeler says it's true. I'm not a bad crowd. Yeah, I know a lot of cool furries. I just am not one of them. You still need a persona. I got that on you then, I guess. I've always had like little avatars that are based on animals and stuff. Actually, Zero, the name I go by, is the avatar that I draw for that name is based on my character from back in my Gaia Online days. So when I joined Gaia Online, they gave me some random items for free, you know, to dress up your character before you can afford to, and one of the ones I got was a set, like a werewolf set, I think. And the only things I liked from it were the tail, and I think I wore the paw shoes for a while until I got actual shoes. Or was it the hands? I don't remember. I think the hands are cute, so I might have, like, worn those. But, yeah, and then, since I had the tail, I'm like, okay, well, let me see. Werewolves are a thing. So what if, in, like, a world of werewolves, my girl is not a werewolf? Because, back then I thought werewolves were all, like, wolfmen. Like the movie, Wolfman. Where they're all anthropomorphic and stuff. So I'm like, what if, instead of, like, my girl isn't a werewolf, she's just a girl who can turn into a wolf, and it's just a normal wolf, and, like, not anthropomorphic, and that's, like, her thing. And she had, like, bright red hair, so I'm like, and also, it's, like, a bright red wolf. So it's Zero the Red Wolf, and, that was my thing, my character thing. I think I was, like, part of an RP group at some point. And then when Twilight came out with, like, their dire wolves, I was like, whoa, Twilight, like, got their idea from me, haha, just kidding. And then my roommate was like, you know that werewolves, like, originally just turn into wolves, right? Like, something, a belt of wolf fur, and then you, like, transform. I'm like, what? I felt so, like, oh my goodness, I thought I was being original all this time, and I'm not. Kind of that moment. So yeah, I've always liked dressing up animals in, like, okay, so you know, there's this thing that happens when people transform into animals in most media, where they kind of just, either they're like Beast Boy, where the clothes, like, kind of absorb into their animal form, or how else would it be? I guess they, like, pop off, like, in Fruits Basket? But I wanted to make it so that you had to, you couldn't just magic the clothes off. You, like, had to either deal with them falling off,
or like your animal form just like got stuck in the clothes and like had it conform to the body, the new body. Like, I found that much more interesting. And it just turns out that the average adult wolf tends to sit around 120 pounds, which is about the size I am as a I'd say average human female. So it kind of worked out, I think. Like, I just took that to mean, okay, my character and her wolf form are roughly the same size, so I can just like stretch the clothes a little. Like, it still would get a little tight because of all the extra fur, but the mass from the fur.
Zero doesn't even know she's a furry yet, and she already has one. Wheeler says, I'm behind the game. Happy says, LOL. Tarantula says, I support anthro animals, I just don't like fursonas because I can't think of one. Laura says, what is your icon? My icon? This little, thing on the top right, that's Zero the red wolf. That's a wolf. It's supposed to be a wolf. Everyone thinks it's a fox, but it's got like the big chonky muzzle and the big square feet that wolves have. She's got like fire engine red fur because her hair in her human form is red. If you saw her next to a fox, you'd, like, be able to tell, because it's just... she would be way bigger. So, yeah, Zero the Red Wolf is the one that I default to, as, like, when I joke and say I have a fursona. It's like, weird because for a long time, she is technically my avatar, but whenever I use her, I am somewhat role-playing as her, which I thought, like, definitely made it less like furry, but apparently furries just have multiple avatars that aren't necessarily themselves anyways, so but then my other one is a squirrel, and that was kind of based on, one, my favorite animal, and two, okay, yeah, I guess just favorite animal. No, wait, I remember now. So in college, we bunked our beds, and my roommate slept in the bottom bunk because she couldn't climb, and I would like squirrel up into the top bunk like really fast, and so she said I was like a squirrel in that regard. And we decided she was more of a bear because like her cave down under, so that was fun. And my other friend like really likes raccoons, so whenever I draw ourselves together, it's always squirrel and raccoon. It's just like our kind of little cute thing that we do together. So that's another one. I think I had a government assigned fursona, or for fursona, yeah. At one point, it was like a fun thing that we were doing on one of the servers I was on, and I got a swallow. No, that's a Pokemon. A swallow. One of those birds that has like the scissor tails.
which was really funny to me because back when Pottermore was like new, and did the Patronus thing. Actually, I think the Patronus thing was like later on. It was like added later. At some point, they added Patronus, and I got a Swift, which is a little British bird that's closely related to the swallow. So it was like the person assigning the fursonas had no way of knowing that. So it was like that one time when I randomly generated a number to see what my soul Pokemon, or like my Pokemon what I would be if I turned into a Pokemon. I don't remember what we were generating for, but I got Mantike, which was like the exact same Pokemon I got several years ago when generating my soul Pokemon. The Fursona count goes up drastically if you include Pokemon Sonas, because I have a couple of those. I like Flaffy as one because I born in a year of the sheep, and also pink, and also like one of my favorite kind of designs for Pokemon, which is like the little bipedal monster sort of guy. I also, shoot, there's definitely another one. Why am I blanking on Pokemon Sonas right now? Don't know if it counts, but a Mantis, it could be on the list too. There was a time when every October I would transform into the Mantis Overlord and wreak havoc upon my friends. So, that was a thing. That was fun. Lyra says, I'm the fox. Zero's the wolf. Javier says, so you are a furry. No, I'm not. I just have personas. It's different. That's you, Zero the Red Wolf. It is. It's me. I know. I get it. Like I'm explaining it because you see how, like, one could acquire fursonas over time without being of the furry persuasion, if you know what I mean. Like, I absolutely love, like, anthropomorphic animal stories. That's just a big favorite of mine, but not like that. Just because furries have claimed all of that as part of their like the thing doesn't mean I got into it thinking yes, time to join the ranks. There's a very specific kind of aesthetic / vibe that goes on when you say you're like a furry, like when you've decided to become part of the furry community, furry fandom, whatever you call it, because there are different sects of furriness. Like you got the fandom where people like actually look through for art that have this sort of furry style to it. You know what I'm talking about. And then you got like the casual furries, I guess, who just kind of are into warrior cats and Disney and anything that has those anthropomorphic characters. And then you got like the weird furries. You got the furries that are like, I'm not like other furries. I don't like, there's so many different ones, but it's just not
it's just a funny joke that I like to partake in with my friends, but this is why I continue to reject the moniker. I'm not being difficult. I just don't, like, over time I have absolutely had my doubts, but every time I come back to, it just doesn't feel right. I get how silly it seems because I fit so many of the... I tick so many of the boxes, essentially. And it doesn't bother me when people... I know some people, like, are bothered by this... the association, but, like, it doesn't actually bother me. I actually find it quite hilarious. And I will continue to decry it because, like, come on, you can, it's just anthropomorphic animals. It's not, it doesn't have to be weird. I think I made a meme once of, like, the butterfly guy. You know, the guy who's like, is this a bird or something at a butterfly? And I like replaced the butterfly with, like, just everything under the sun, like Lion King, Warrior Cats, Banjo-Kazooie, just everything that I like. And then the guy's like, is this a furry? It just turns out I have a lot of fursonas and everything that I like is a furry. It's silly. Okay. I am making progress, but I don't think I'm making progress fast enough. We'll see. I have 30 more minutes. I just have 3 more to line, so I think we might be able to finish this today. Laura says, hey Zero, can you check your Twitter DMs later? Alright, I'll give it a look. It's just anthropomorphic animals, Zero says, sitting next to her 10 personas. So Zero, everything you just said that describes a casual furry describes you. Happy says, I need to know about these government assigned personas. Yeah, unfortunately you need a furry friend in order to get one. Happy, so you gotta find a friend who's a furry and who also knows enough about you to basically do like a personality test for you, and then they like assign you a furry. That, like, I'm not even friends with like the person who assigned me my persona. We just kind of know each other on a shared server, but she was doing personas for like a bunch of people just for fun, and I was like, I wasn't going to, but she was literally going all day with it. I'm like, you know what? If she's going this hard, then I might as well jump on. I was mostly curious how much she knew about me, and like she nailed me pretty well, I think. But I'm not sure why I got a swallow. Like, I don't even like birds. But that's what happens when the government assigns you things. It just may not be your favorite, but like it's yours now. Um, one of the fun things about getting your soul Pokemon is it's just randomly generated numbers. So like it's really on you to like find the correlation. Like mine was a Mantike, right? And I'm not the biggest fan of Mantike. I also don't like straight up hate it. So it's just in this like tepid zone for me. Which is almost worse than if I got one that I like either hated or loved. I'm gonna make it a little furrier. I imagine Camerote being one of those hairy cows. Also, everything about that described me when I described a casual furry, except for one thing that you guys missed, which is that they call themselves furry. It really comes down to like just the self-identification. Honestly, at this point, it's just too ingrained that I just don't relate to that. Like at this point, it's almost like it's just I haven't been, and therefore I shall not be. Which probably will just make people try harder to convince me, but you know what? I have nothing to say to that. Whew. I'm actually surprised. I'm drawing a blank on like Pokemon personas, avatars. Like I thought for sure there was another one besides Flaffy. I think I drew myself as a Jinx one time. Because I am nothing if not self-loathing.
Oh man, keeps getting higher and higher. Man, the Miltank's ear is just at the perfectly wrong level for these rings. I hate concentric rings. Concentric? I don't want him looking into the camera like in the office. I want him to look at... Oh my goodness, I spent so much time on that for some reason. I should have been drawing these guys up here. I forgot. I have like these really complicated dudes up on the hill. So guys, how have your New Year's been starting off? You got any goals this year for like games you want to play, movies you want to watch, shows you want to pick up, challenges, tasks? I want to get back into Ring Fitness. It's an exercise game that my friend sent me, but I've lost the little strap that you put on your leg. So like I have to find that. I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on this. Let's try to speed run Tapu Boolu. Usually I like to get a video game for the family when Christmas comes around, but I don't think there was any good games this year because we didn't buy any. Like, none of us could name a game that was coming out for the Switch. My brother's been playing computer games. I've asked him like several times, I think, what he's playing, and it's something. I don't remember what it's called. I keep forgetting. I have to say, I have been working on the Nuzlocke, a Jet's Black Nuzlocke, which you can read at jetsblacknuzlocke.com. Just kidding. I've been working on that, and like, I've been working on Opelucid City, which is the city that we're currently in. And while the game city looks very much... It's a very strange aesthetic they've gone for. It looks like this weird Atlantean crypt kind of stone I don't know what they're going for, honestly. But like in my memory, I always remembered it as being like nighttime, dark with like city lights. You know, like that's how I think of Opelucid for some reason. I think basically what I think Opelucid looks like is what Castelia actually looks like, though I haven't been in Castelia in a long time either. But Castelia, I kind of just made New York. I just made Castelia City, New York City. I wasn't going for any like copying the game or anything. My version of Castelia is just what I imagine New York is like whenever I visit it, because that's all Jet is doing, right? She's just visiting. Anyway, so yeah, I decided to go for that neon light, the city lights in the city sort of feel, and man oh man, it's coming out good. But now I'm realizing I have to do it for all the panels. The establishing shot looks really good, you guys. Oh my goodness, it looks so wonky. Okay, let me try to... It's just a big man face. Oh my goodness, I swallowed wrong. Oh my goodness. Javier says mine is a slagoo, and I'm not complaining either. Happy says pencils. You have to look at the original. Like, go look at the actual, like, they're just straight pencils. You cannot, they're just straight. I'm not even, like, trying to draw them in a way that makes them... I've never drawn Tapu Boolu before, and I'm kind of digging it. It's a fun design. I reckoned I would like Tapu Boolu the best of them when I first saw it in the game, and I seem to be correct. It is a cool how would you say, like, dude in a cool ombre? I don't know. Muchacho. Maybe if I lift his head slightly.
stupid legs. Happy's like, I did. I hate you. Boolu might be my least favorite because I love the other ones so much.
I can see the appeal of the other ones. They're just very much not my aesthetic. But I don't have anything against their designs. I can absolutely see why people like them. In fact, of the Musketeers, I think this guy, whatever it's called, Terrakion, is basically was my favorite of the bunch. I still don't like it, but that's just goes to say how much I like the other ones. And I know Viserion or whatever it's called is like everyone's favorite, and it's like this Spirit of the Forest Ranger type green deer thingy. But I freaking I just have bad associations with it because it's the only legendary I've ever like killed and didn't reset for, and now I can't get it. And I took one look at it, and I'm like, that's everyone's favorite. So as the hipster that I am, or that I was like, nah, I'm gonna go for this cool dude over here. Because he's chonky. He looks like he could bash your skull in. I should take another look at Viserion or whatever it's called. To see if I like it at all. Because I think design-wise it's actually pretty nice. The blue one is absolutely my least favorite of the bunch. Not even a contest. And if you include the My Little Pony guy, whatever it's called, they're all called whatever it's called. That's just what Pokemon are named now. Hold on, I have a picture of it on my wall. Keldeo. Keldeo, if we were including Keldeo, then that one's my favorite. I like that one the best. It looks like it's straight out of My Little Pony, and I appreciate that. Is that all? Is that all of them? Oh my goodness, I think I finished lining all of them. We'll just get some of this grass in. Grass-fed cows, y'all. Okay, all right. 10 minutes to slap on some color. I forgot his armor pieces.
Okay, color picking time. Let's start with Big Boy over here, up here, because I have him pulled up since I just finished drawing him. Okay, not super accurate, but I'm gonna keep this color. It's a little too warm. Make it a little darker for his feetsies. And then really, really gray for his body. No, not pink. There. That's better. Shoot. He has lines on his chest. Let's get those in. Okay. And those can be tan, like his face, and his sandals, and his belly. There we go. His nose. Let's just make it the same color as his horns. And then, give him some orange. It's a shame his horns cover up those orange bits because those are the most colorful parts of him. Alright, let's move on to Boolu. This thing is gonna be interesting to color. Okay. Well, let's slap on the base colors first. Red, 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 red. Okay. These parts are red. So are these parts? Shoot. Let's get a gold. Oh, shoot. Let's just put these in first so I have that color. He's got bands around the arms. Bars on the corners and bars on the high. I'm gonna live where the green grass grows, watching my corn pop up in rows. Every night be tucked in close to you. Ba-dum bum bum dum. I think it's a little blue, isn't it? It's a bit blue. Let's make it kind of blue. I don't want it completely black. Let's tone that back a little. Fine. It's basically blue. Those there. Let's see. No, it's up here. Pencils. Okay. Alright, how does this work? You got that. You got that. Okay. That was good. Got that. More like that. What? Wait, no. It stops here. Okay, it comes out up like that. Right? I think that's it.
Okay. And then there's one up here. One up here.
Okay. And then...
And then...
White.
White, white, white. White, 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 white.
Yellow.
Yellow?
Okay, okay. That's correct. I got that.
Da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum.
You just make them pure white. Let's just do that. Let's just make them... And I think there's white on the top too. Alright. Alright, cool. Okay, cool. 5 minutes. We can do this. Let me catch up in the chat real quick. Boolu may be one of these favorite. Make Boolu's horns pencil colored. Actually, I guess they're already pencil colored and never realized how jacked Tapu Boolu is. That 130 physical attack has to come from somewhere. I did the government assign first and I got Toon Fox. Toon Fox? Maybe look at the closed version. Oh! You're so smart. Loris, why are you so smart? And why do I not listen to you more? Okay, let's see. Let's see. I kind of want to make it a little more saturated. That feels a little better, doesn't it? Okay, that was easy. Thank goodness for these first generation designs. And then let's just copy the colors over for this guy, because they absolutely should have been an evolution line. Oh, I forgot it's chicken legs. It's a chicken legs. You know what? I think the brown has to be darker. I just have a feeling about it. It doesn't give me the same chicken legs vibe that it should. Okay, and then gold rings around the horns. And this beautiful cream color for the horn itself. Like, let me see if I can match that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yellow eyes. Okay. I do like when they change up stuff like eye color and things. almost done with this picture. I hope you guys have had a lovely evening hanging out with us today. I know I did. And I hope you are down to join me next week for some more art. We'll probably be going back to Pokemon families. Which I need to start posting, actually. I keep forgetting to post things to DeviantArt. Can you give the Bufflin red eyes? Truly fit the anger. He's seeing red. Oh, that looks cool. I guess blue. White. Slightly off white. Okay, one last Pokemon to color, and then we're basically all done with this, and I'll just go ahead and finish off the background and shading and stuff on my own time. We have a little tradition here on this channel where at the end of each stream, I pick a Pokemon that is suggested by the chat and I doodle it real quick. Some days when I finish our drawing early, we do some fun challenges where I either redesign the Pokemon or draw it from memory or just like any sort of just little like fun challenges that I've come up with. But more often than not, we come right up against the time and I don't want to hold you guys for too long. So I tend to just draw them in either a silly style or whatever strikes my fancy, or just my normal doodly sketch. And occasionally, like when I don't have time to do anything else, I fall back on the draw from memory. So if someone in the chat wants to pop a Pokemon, either your favorite Pokemon or just a Pokemon you would like to see drawn by moi, keep in mind it will be just like a quickie. But I think it's a fun little thing to end on. We have a few of these that I've done so far, and we've gotten through a lot of Pokemon, and there are still ones that I just don't recognize, so drawing them from memory is always fun. But yeah, guys, I think that's about it. Like, I literally could just real quick right now before we end, just pop in some grass. You know, I don't know if I'll keep that color grass, but it's grass and it's in. And then well, let's just make the tree the same color. Let's drag out a brown of some sort, and then somewhere in the background we can put the
sky. And, let's say... the fence. And, I don't know, darker or lighter? I guess darker, because it's closer to us. It doesn't work. Nothing works because no matter what, the cow here, whatever it's called, milk tank, it's got black and light colors on it, so it just makes it all messy. So I'll have to properly shade that in. But hey, I really like how this turned out. It's more of a scene than the other ones have been, you know? You know? I like when it's a little bit of a scene. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Kinda true though. Javier says, can you give the Buffalo red eyes? It would truly fit the anger this Pokemon has. Happy says, I just realized this is Minecraft music. I like Minecraft music, especially Sweden. I guess that's just one Minecraft music, but I like it. Pokemon Master Wheeler says, Weasel. Happy says, would it be mean to ask you to draw Boolu from memory? Don't do that, by the way, pick someone else's. Alright, Wheeler, I'll draw a quick Weasel. As much as I remember it, I think it's just... whiskers. These things on the eyes, which I really like. This is him Naruto running. Weasel! Aqua Jet! Eh. Weasel's really cute. I like Weasel a lot. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. It's been wonderful. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your day if it's not evening for you, and good night for those of you who are gonna be responsible and actually get rest. I shall see you guys next week at our normal stream time, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on Mondays, and we will be drawing more Pokemon. I hope you're ready for more chats, and thank you everyone for coming. Javier says thank you for the art stream. It's been a blast having these back. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's been a while, but we're finally getting back into it. Happy says bye. Wheeler says thanks for streaming. Laura says please don't forget to check the DMs. I shall. Thank you for reminding me. And also thank you for the stream. Wheeler says I can't believe Weasel's a nerd. Tarantula is laughing at that. Quite an underrated boy if you ask me. My baby boy, says Wheeler, my son.
Tail says thank you for the stream, Zero, and thank you all everyone for joining me for the stream. Check out my art at zeroprostudio.com, and until next week, I hope you guys stay safe. Good night!